Okay, so today we're going to create now the second part, okay, of this program, which is the source code. Okay, so we're done already with creating the flowchart of this problem. So what we're going to do next is we're going to create now the source code using our dev C software. Okay, so we're just going to open this one. Okay, take note, a while ago, so we have this flowchart. Okay, this one. So what we're going to do here is we're going to convert each one of these symbols into source codes. Okay, so take note of our variables. You have cell, num1, num2, num3, and then you have total. Okay, so let's open this one. Okay, so this is now our environment wherein we're going now to create a program. So to start with, you have the first, we're going to include the preprocessor directives, or what we call the library of our program. And then we have okay, IO stream, which includes the functions, the cout and cin. And we're going to have this one, connu.h, as a library for our getch later on, because we're going to use getch. Okay, then you have the using namespace, okay, standard, okay, and then our variables, which is cell, num1, num2, num3, and total. So integer cell for our selection of numbers, and then we have num1, okay, num1, and then you have num2, and then you have num3, and of course we have the total. Okay, these will be our variables. Then we have now our main program, integer main. Okay, so first we have cout. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to have the fundamental. So this one, so fundamental operations, menu selection, all these things. Now if you're going to look at the flowcharts, so take note, these are all displays, okay, except for input cell. So you're going to display everything. So going back in our program, so therefore you have, okay, fundamental, okay, fundamental operations. Okay, so this will be the first to be displayed, then followed by, of course we're going to use the /n for one line down, and then of course to move it, say for example we're going to move 5 spaces, we're not going to use the /t. So 1 2 3 4 5, and then we have the menu selection, okay, selection, and then you have next cout. Okay, this will be displayed, okay, /n, that's one line only. Then this time I'm going to use /t, so because I know that /t has a larger amount of spaces compared to the ones that we have done. Like for example, the spacing, we are only making 5 spaces, so this time I'm going to use the /t. So first you have one, that is addition, okay, addition, and then followed by, of course, what I'm going to do to make it a little bit faster, so I'm just going to copy and then paste, okay, paste, okay, paste, paste, and then okay, you have 1 2 3 4 5, and then you have 6. Okay, so I will just edit this one, so this will be subtraction. Okay, then this will be 2, this will be 3, this will be multiplication. Okay, this will be 4, this will be what, division. Then the other one is modulus, okay, which is, this is 5, and then the 6th will be the exit. Okay, so exit. After that, again, there's another thing. We're going to have C out for selection. Okay, we're just going to move here. So C out for selection. Okay, slash n double n, and then you have slash t, or say for example 5 lang, 1 2 3 4 5, and then we have, okay, select operation. Okay, and then after that, what we're going to do is the next in our flowchart is this one. You have the input. Okay, input select. So what we're going to do here, you have C in, and then you have cell for select. Okay, now let's go to the conditional statements. So if, okay, if cell is equal to 1, so meaning we are going to make use of the additional operation. So what we're going to do, so if we're going to look at the output here, okay, we're going to look at the output. So if you're going to go to addition, so what we're going to do first is display addition, then display enter first 3 numbers, then display first number. Okay, so going back to our flowchart, so take note here, if 1, okay, if 1, therefore addition operation, enter 3 numbers, select first num. Okay, display lang tanan. So then followed by input cell, display num2 or second number, input second num, display third num, input num3, and then total, and then display the total and the value. Okay, so going back, if cell is equals to 1, therefore what we're going to do, okay, so we're going to display addition operation. Okay, addition operation, that's the first display, and then that will be followed by what, enter 3 numbers. Okay, so just slash n, 1 line down, and then, okay, say for example 2 lines, and then enter 3 numbers. Okay, numbers, and then after that, next is we're going to again display, then you have slash n slash t, first number. Okay, first number or first num, or number na lang. Okay, first number. Then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to input the first number. So therefore C in, okay, num underscored 1, that's the variable or first number. Then next to that is we're going to display, so C out, and then you have, okay, slash n, isa lang ka, no, tapos slash t, and then you have second number. Okay, this is going to display the second number, and then after that, okay, take note of our flowchart. So after displaying the second number, input the second number, display the third number, input the third number, and then the total. Okay, compute for the total value, and then display that word total and the total value. Okay, so going back to our source code, so first we're going to, okay, second number will be displayed, and then we're going to input the second number, so num underscore 2, and then next we're going to display now the third number, so therefore slash n, and then you have third number. Okay, and of course next to that, we're going now to input the third number, so num3. So after inputting the 3 numbers, what we're going to do, we're going to compute now the total value. So total, that will be our variable, total now is equal to num1, okay, plus num2, okay, num2, then plus num3. Okay, then after that, we're going to display now the word total, so C out. Okay, we're just going to have 2 lines down, and then slash t, then total, word total, this is a string, total is, okay, that will be a string, and then total, that refers to the value. Okay, now again, Take note, I observed in your programs, in your examinations before. So, in your first exam, so I've observed that your total is placed on top. Okay, like for example, this total now is placed on top here, on top of CN num1. So, that is logically wrong. Okay, logically wrong. Why is it logically wrong? Simply because that is not syntaxically wrong, because the syntax are correct, but logically, in the sense that you are adding the num1, num2, num3, where in fact you don't have the values yet of num1, num2, and num3. So what will the total variable will add if num1, num2, and num3 has no value? Okay, so what will happen there is the output will be different. Okay, usually the output is void, or it could be 0 or any number depending on the, we call that one as trash value. Okay, trash value. It's like a trash, you see a trash can. So it has no value. It's just like a trash value that is being created by the computer, simply because it's trying to add a number that has no value. It is empty. You did not put yet the value for your num1, num2, and num3 yet. You're already adding the values already. So that is logically wrong. Okay, when it comes to error, we have the syntax error, which refers to the syntax and is easily noticed, simply because it will create an error during the runtime of the program. But logical error, it is an error that can be seen in your output. Okay, I mean the output, desired output is not achieved, so there could be a logical error to that. Okay, so here, after displaying the total, what we're going to do, as I've said, we're going to go back to main menu. So first is we're going to display first cout, display. Okay, press any, meaning if you're going to press any key to go back to main menu. The main menu I'm referring to is the integer main. Okay, that is the main menu. Then after that, what we're going to do is, of course, first you're going to have this one getch that will allow you to get any key, and then after that, go back to what we're going to do. We're just going to type here main. So when you're going to type here mains, it will go back to the name of the function, which is main. So it will go back here. Okay, so that is how you're going to make your after displaying addition operation, it will go back to your main menu. Okay, so for the second condition, which is if, so what I'm going to do, since I've told you a while ago that, okay, take note here, if you're going to look at the flowchart. So first we display addition operation, enter number, 3 numbers, and first num. Okay, that's the first one. Then the second, input the num1, then display second number. Okay, cout, and this is input num2, cin num2, display third number, so that is cout num3, or third number, and then input num3, that means cin num3, and then total, so therefore num1 plus num2 plus num3, and then display total is, and then the value of the total. Then after that, we go to the main menu here. So going back here, so as I've said, that the second, third, fourth, and fifth, they're just the same, diba? Pareha lang. The only difference is the display here. So this is, instead of addition, you're going to replace this with subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus. And also this one here in the total. So the total will be replaced with subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus. Okay? So knowing that they're just the same, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this one. Okay? So, oh, sorry, okay. This is showing you the use of else if, supposedly, no. So I will be using first the else if, and then later on I'm going to switch this one using the switch case. Okay, so in this case, actually kanina I didn't specify what conditional statement I'm going to use, but as I mentioned that we're going to use the switch case, but what I have presented to you is the if else if condition. But of course, don't worry, I'm going to present to you the switch case as well. As I've told you that they're just the same, no, in our previous discussion, that if else if and switch conditional are just the same. So of course, let me continue this one first. Else if, okay, if cell is equal to, let us say 2, okay, then the next one is, okay, so I will just copy this code here because they're just the same. Okay, copy, and then I'm just going to paste here. Okay, and then I'm going to replace this addition with what? Subtraction. Okay, okay, subtraction. And of course I'm going to change this one. Instead of addition, it will be minus. This will also be minus. Okay, then that's it. Then the third one, so else if, okay, else if, so cell is equals to 3. Okay, what I'm going to do, just paste the code. So instead of addition, this will be what? Multiplication. Okay, multiplication operation, and then I'm just going to replace this with multiply. Okay, times, and this will be times. Okay, the next will be, okay, else if, okay, cell is equals to, okay, cell is equal to 3, no, 4. Okay, 4. So just paste this one. Okay, instead of addition, this will be replaced with division. Okay, division, and of course this will be, we're going to divide this one. Okay, divided by, and then we are going to divide this one. Okay, so next we are going to have, okay, the modulus. So else if, okay, cell is equal to 5. Okay, 5. So I'm going to replace this one with modulus. Okay, modulus. So here, what I'm going to do, just to make a clarity, I will just be using 2 numbers here, so that you will see the result of the modulus. So now modulus 2, and of course I'm going to remove just this third input. So this will just be 2 inputs here, num1 and num2. Okay, so okay, that's it. Okay, so next will be the other one. Is you have else if cell is equal to 6. So that means that okay, for 6, this will only be exit. So what we're going to do here is just we're going to return this one to 0. Okay, this will automatically exit. Okay, so okay, this will be our program using the if else. So take note, as I said, they're just the same. The difference is that the label, okay, don't forget to edit the label, and of course the operation here. Okay, so let us try this program. This is using the if else command. Okay, so first we're going to compile. If we're going to check if there will be certain errors. Okay, so say for example sample, this will be conditional. Okay, conditional 2, for example. Okay, let's wait. Okay, so status is okay. So we're going to close this one, and then let us try to compile and then run. Let us see the output. Okay, so here, if you're going to look at the first menu or the first screen, will be fundamental operation. You have 1, 2, up to 6. So if you are going to press 6 here, it will just automatically exit. Okay, that's the function of 6. Okay, so medyo dual siya. So I'm just going to separate this one para ma-identify. Okay. Then execute, compile, and then run. Okay, continue. Okay, so here, okay, take note. So say for example, if you're going to press 1 for addition, okay, so take note, okay, nisapaw si addition. It should be that in our example here, dapat separate ang kanyang screen. So let me close this one. Okay, so wait lang. Okay, in our example, it should be that addition operation and the rest of the operation should be in a separate screen. Okay, if you're going to notice here, nagsapaw siya. So it should not be like that. So that is a logical error. So what we're going to do is we're going to separate the two operation or the operations rather with from the main menu. So how are we going to do that one? So balik ta. So to do that one, so what we're going to do here is we're going to put here a system, okay, system close, system CLS. Okay, so this one, system CLS, it refers to clearing the screen. Okay, that is clear screen. Okay, take note of these two. This refers to what? These are comments. Okay, as what we have discussed in the fundamentals of programming. This is a single line comment. Okay, so we have the two kinds of comment, with the single line and you have the multiple lines comment. Okay, so that will be included supposedly in each of the screens. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy this one, okay, and then paste it here, and then of course this one, paste it here. We're going to clear every screen, okay, so that it will always look like that. It will always give us a new screen. Okay, so that's it. So next we are going to, where's compile? Okay, error, system was not declared in the scope. So let us say, okay, system, it refers, okay, it is referring to the library. Okay, library, but first I think this is capital letter ang S. Let me check first. I think this is capital letter. Usually pag mali ang font size or the size of the font, so nag-error siya. System, like this one, no, was not declared the scope. And if you don't know the proper sizing of the command, therefore what will happen is sometimes you are referring this one to the library, but if this will not work, then we're going to put the, let's check first this one. Okay, so ayaw niya. So what we're going to do here, I think this really refers to library. So let me add the library. I think this is number include, okay, windows.h. Okay, windows.h. This is the library for the system. And take note that this is also case sensitive. Okay, there are functions that are case sensitive. So let me return this one to small case first. Okay, then let us going to compile and then run. Okay, let's wait. Okay, so that means that the library for the system closes windows.h. Okay, so say for example, again, if we're going to press 1 here, you can see the input 1. Okay, and then when you're going to press enter, it will go to addition operation. Okay, like what we designed in our output. So first, say for example 2, okay, 5, Okay, let's just move this one. We're just going to adjust that one. And then 6. So you have 2 plus 5 plus 6. So that will give us what? 13. So therefore, okay, the total is, okay, so we're guys going to press this one. Okay, press any key to go back to main menu. So just pressing any key, it will go back to your main menu. Okay, we're just going to press 6 for exit. Okay, then we're going to fix this one. Okay, enter. Okay, third number. Okay, then slash t. Okay, total slash n. This should be slash t. Okay, and of course this should be slash n slash n. Okay, okay, let's just going to check this one. Okay, slash t. This will be slash n slash n. Okay, slash t, and then okay, slash n slash n, and then slash t. Okay, slash n slash n. Okay, slash t. Okay, okay na. Okay, so let us again, every time you made changes to your program, always compile. Okay, because if you're going to run it without compiling it, that means that the new changes that you're making in your program, in your code, will not be processed. Okay, so it will not be executed. It will execute the last compilation that you make. So every time you make changes in your program, don't forget to always compile. Okay, and then execute run. Okay, so again, we have one here. Okay, first number, say 5, 6, 7. So this will give us what? 18, tama ba? So okay, the total number is 18. Then press any key to go back to the main menu. So you can press any key and then you select again to subtraction rather. 3, 5, 1. Okay, the result is negative 3. Again, press any key to go back to multiplication. Okay, so you have 4, 3, 2. Okay, so that will give us that result. And then go back to next division. So you have 6, 3, 1. Okay, so again, go back to main menu. Again, the only way to exit is by pressing F6, which is exit. Okay, now next is you have 5 modulus. Okay, wait lang, again, wait for a minute. Okay, naghang lang siya. So again, 5, enter. It will go to what? To okay, modulus operation. Say for example, you have 5 and then you have 2. Okay, the total is 1. Okay, so ato na adjust, no? Then press any key to go back to main menu. Okay, so again, go back to main menu. Okay, so that is the example program of a menu selection using a conditional statement. So say for okay, we're going to press 6 for exit. Okay, now again, you can also make use of letters. So say for example, if letters, okay, I'm just going to make an example here. If you're going to use letters, no, there's no problem with that. Okay, so say for example A, we're just going to make this one example. So if you're going to make use of letters, so as I've said, no, letters should be enclosed in a quote. Okay, it should be enclosed in a quote. Now for example, this one, okay, I say compile and run. So if you're going to press 1 here, so it will exit, no? Kasi ang gina-accept lang niya is letter because in our program, we are using letters. So again, if you're going to press capital A, then what? Nawala siya. Okay, let's check first. Okay, why is it that nawala siya? Again, take note that your cell here, your variable cell here is an what integer, and then we're going to use what letter. So what we're going to do is, since we're going to use letters, so of course the data type that we're going to use is also a data type for letter. So we're just going to type, let us say, input or in. No. Say for example, input. Okay, tama ba? Let's say, okay. So accept niyang input. So character input, so we're going to change this one input because we're using letters, so therefore the data type should also be referring to letters. That is why na-exit siya kanina. Okay, compile. Okay, so if you're going to press A, what happened? Nag-exit na naman siya. Okay, let us check. Okay, take note that is a logical error. Okay, if cell is equals to, okay, mali. Kasi ang ginamit natin dito is cell. It should be input. Okay, input. Okay, kasi input yung ating variable. Okay, let us check again. Okay, again, be careful of your, kasi in that case, that is a logical error in the sense that you cannot see the error. Otherwise, if you're going to check one by one the code. So there you go. So if you're going to press A, so it will go to addition operation. Okay, so 3, 4, let's say 2. Okay, it will give you the result. Pressing any key will go back to main menu. But if you're going to press small a, what will happen? Exit. Why? It's because small a is not accepted. Because what you're going to consider here is only the capital letter A. But if you want your capital to be or small a to be accepted, so what we're going to do is we're going to include the small a. Okay, so here, say for example, input is equal to, okay, again, if that is a letter, you're going to include that one in what? Inside the code. So then you're going to put here the and, the logical and operator. Okay, so let us again compile. So kanina when we wait lang, what happened? Bakit hindi nakita ang 6? Okay, I don't know. Let's try to, okay. Let's try to, okay. So, again, let us try to do the operation. So, small letter. So, kanina wala to gidawat ng small letter, but let us try if this will be accepted. Okay, wala. So, let us check. If, okay, small letter and, wait lang ha, it should be input is equal to, okay, we're going to use OR. Let us again compile. Okay, so say for example it will be a small letter A. So there you go. So it accepts a small letter A. So 2, 3, 4. Okay, then go back to main menu. So for example, capital letter A. Okay, it will accept both capital letter and small letter. Okay, so again, that is how you're going to do a menu selection. Now let me close this one. Now what if, okay, what I have said is the use of the switch case. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to replace your if else with switch case. Okay, so again we're going to use cell. Okay, we're just going to balik lang tag cell. So this one will be cell. Okay, and then I'm just going to return this one to cell. Okay, cell is equals to Since we're going to use switch case, what we're going to do after cell, okay, we're going to type switch and then cell inside, okay, and then this will be enclosed with this one, okay. So for case A, so case again A, so but since we're going to use numbers here, so ganun lang, okay, wala siya quotes. But if you're going to make use of letters, therefore we are going to put it inside the quote. But since we're going to make use of numbers here, so ingana lang siya. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to copy this one kasi the same lang man siya. Okay, up to here. Okay, Control X. I'm just going to copy it here. Control B. That is for case 1. And then don't forget to always put a break here. Okay, yung break. Now second is we have the case 2. Okay, case 2. So case 2 will be this one. Okay, I will just erase this one because we're done with this one. And I'm just going to copy this one. Okay, Control X lang. And then, okay, then don't forget to put a what break here. Okay. Then next will be your case 3. Okay, case 3. Case 3. So for case 3, okay, this will be your case 3. Okay. And then you have break. So I'm just going to delete this one. Then after that will be your case 4. Okay, case 4. So this will be your case 4. Okay. Control X. Okay, case 4 and then break. Okay. Now for case 5. So case 5 will be again, I'm just going to put here a /n. Okay. So just going to copy this one and then paste it here, and then don't forget to put a break. So I will show you later on why there is a, or what is the significance of using a break. Okay. And then of course case 6. So case 6, so that means that we're just going to exit. Okay, copy this one, and then you have break. Okay, then okay, I will just erase this one. Okay, let's try to check also the okay. So this will be the cases, switch case, using switch case. So take note that I did not change any of the codes. I just tried to replace the if else with the switch case. Okay, so let us try. Okay, don't forget to always compile and then run. Okay, so if you're going to press 1 here, so it will go to addition. So take note, okay, the same results. Okay, using the what? Using the switch case. Okay, 2, okay, 3, 5, 1. Okay, so why there is a need for you to exit so 6 is because this one we're not using the executable file. But if you're going to use the executable file and then you will not create an exit, no, for example in the addition operation, so you cannot exit. Unlike here, we can close the program, but if this is an executable file, you cannot close the program. You will be stagnated in the particular operation that you have opened if you're not going to create a go back main menu, or if you're not going to create an exit here for the main menu. So mas stuck ka diha, di ka exit. That's the purpose of putting an exit. Okay, so that is using the switch case. And then I will show you also what if we're going to use letters. Okay, so here if we're going to use letter here, so I will just try to replace this one with again input. So I'm going to replace this one with input. Okay, and then switch case, and then you have input okay, input. Okay, so since we are going to use letters, so again, if that will be capital letter, okay, we'll show you using capital letter. So if you're going to press A, it will go to addition operation. Okay, so 2, 3, okay. But if I'm going to press a small a, what will happen? It will just exit. Why? Because we did not consider a small a here. But if we wanted to consider a small a here, so what we're going to do is we're going to include a small a here, and then, okay, let us try. So again, don't forget to always compile, no, and execute every time you make changes in the program. So if I'm going to use a capital letter A, it will go to addition operation. Okay, now if I'm going to use a small a, still it will go to addition operation. So you have the same, okay, you have the same results using the if else condition, and you have also the switch case condition. And also, if you're going to look at here the considerations, so for example, if you're going to use a letter, if you're going to use a number, of course, if you're going to use a number, make sure that the data type that you're using is referring to the data type that is what will accept numbers, particularly integer data type. But if you're also going to consider the letters, no, as your inputs, then also think of your data type that will also accept letters as inputs, because if that will make a conflict, so that will give you a logical error. Like for example, what we had a while ago, that when you're going to press, okay, a letter, and then your variable data type is an integer, of course it will exit in the program. It will not execute the operation that is intended to execute, simply because the data type that you are using does not coincide with the input value that you are using. So meaning, if you're going to input a number, therefore you're also going to consider a data type that is also referring to the use of numbers. And also, of course, if you're going to make use of letters, make use also of the data type that is also will accept, okay, letters. Okay, so that is how the program goes. If you're going to look at the source code, no, medyo taas na siya. But if you are going to observe also that if there are operations that are just repetitive, so what you're going to do is just copy paste the code. Okay, so again, that's for the source code of the given program. Okay, so muna ang source code. Given is the problem that we're going to make a menu selection. Okay, you have the option of creating a menu selection using numbers. Then you have also the option of creating you have also an option of using letters as your input, no, for selection operations. Now kanina, if you're going to observe, I just put here a. Okay, I just put here letters A, and then if you notice here that the display here are just numbers, no? So numbers ang naka-display, but the value that I'm pressing are letters. But why is it that does not affect the output? Simply because this one, okay, these are just displays. Okay, display lang siya. So it has no effect to the inputs that you're going to input. It's because it is just simply a string. Okay, display lang na siya. Whether I'm going to replace this with letters or numbers, and then the selection here are, or say for example, the display here are numbers but the selections are letters, so it will still execute, no, especially if you know. Kaya lang, that would be confusing to the users. Why? It's because your selection are numbers, but the inputs that you're using are letters, so it will confuse the users. So if your selections are letters, therefore your inputs should also be letters. If your selections are number, therefore your input should also be numbers. Okay, so that it will not confuse the users. Okay, so that's it for our switch case lections. Later, I'm going to discuss to you the next topic, which is the for loops or looping rather. Okay, that's all for today.